Hi guys, and welcome to another video from Stupid as the Norm, the channel where we demonstrate how to become a millionaire in 10 years whilst earning only minimum wage. And in this video I want to discuss with you how much is enough. Last week I was invited on the BBC for an interview, and it's been edited right now, but I'll put the link up here so you guys can listen to it when it's on there. But one of the questions they asked was, how much is enough? When do you know enough is enough? When do you stop, Perry, buying houses? And it's tied to the other chestnut, which I was also asked, which was this more of a statement. It said, you know, being rich or having money doesn't make you happier. But actually, there's been lots of studies on this, and money does actually make you happier. There's tons of studies which say that the poor are less happy than the middle classes, and the rich are more happy than the middle classes. But it's a curve. It rises. The more money you have, the happier you are. But it doesn't keep on rising. It'll eventually get to the top, and that's when you've had enough, and then you become less enchanted with the money. So, you know, I can't believe, for instance, that a guy with 100 billion is much happier than a guy with 100 million. And if you are that guy with 100 million and I gave you an extra million, it wouldn't make you any happier. You've probably reached the top of the curves where more money stops making you more happy. You get to the stage, if you're lucky enough, where you reach a certain amount of money, and because of compound interest, it will just continue rising, whether you like it or not. I mean, if you've got lots of property, then it rises by 8% a year, then the whole portfolio will rise by 8%. If you've got 100 million, looking after 100 million, the stock exchange, and it grows by 10%, well, you've just made an extra 10 million that year. That's not your fault. That's just compound interest working. But what do you do with that extra money if it's not going to make you happier? So how do we decide how much is enough? Well, it's going to be different for everyone, isn't it? Because we're all different. We have different lifestyles, or designing different lifestyles as we are now. So that will differ. But here are some numbers, some pointers I think you ought to cover so that it'll allow you to come up with your own number. Well, I think your first consideration is security. What can take your current lifestyle away from you? Now, by that I mean the bare minimum. So if you consider things like your housing costs, so that's either a mortgage or rent, good for you if you don't have a mortgage, by the way, council tax, gas, electricity, water, food, clothing, the basic necessities. How much, what is that number there? And that's what you'll need, first of all, to keep you secure, to make sure nobody can take that lifestyle away from you. Now, in my case, I've done the sums, it's £2,300 a month, which sounds like an awful lot of money, perhaps not so much to other people. But I was crunching the sums yesterday, and I looked at our old age pension. When I say my wife and I get in 67, I'm 63 now, 64 next month. So I get mine in 4 years' time, thereabouts. And we get £220 a week each. So there's £440. So there's 20 grand there. So we're already, just with the old age pensions, we're covering that bit. But then we have, Sue, my wife, has an NHS pension, and I have a Navy pension. So that's another £12,000. So we're already covering that. Next, I think you need some sort of emergency fund. So let's stick away, I don't know, a third of your annual salary or your annual requirement into a bank account somewhere, and put a little more to it every year to fight against inflation. But that again, that's part of the security thing. Then what about luxuries? You want to go out, how many times a week do you want to go out? We go out once a week. Not big spenders, not great at going out, getting old. But let's say £500 a month, £100 a week, £500 a month, thereabouts. There's another £6,000. Then we want some holidays. Let's say we want 2 fantastic holidays each year. Let's say it's £5,000 each. So there's £10,000. So that takes the total that we require to keep the lifestyle protected to about £50,000 after tax. Now, if you're fortunate enough to have more income than is required to live the lovely lifestyle I've hopefully just described, then that's when you can get a bit frivolous. That's when you can buy the supercar, or hire the supercar, or buy the yacht, or hire the yacht. But you don't do any of these frivolous things, the things that people would normally associate with someone who is rich, until you've got the basics done, until you've got all your household bills covered, until you've got an emergency fund, until you've got money to pay for, you go at night time, until you've got money for 2 nice holidays a year. Until that's done, until that's secure, you don't concentrate on these frivolous things, because the frivolous things will make you happier. I can promise you, if I was zipping around in my supercar, I'd be happier than driving the 8-seater taxi I've got now. Then hopefully, as your money keeps on growing because of inflation, because of compound interest, then you can start to share it with your family, with your friends. It's no good being loneliest person on the beach sitting there thinking about all the money you've made, you by yourself. You have to share it. You have to share those experiences. It's no good going to the Grand Canyon staring into the abyss by yourself. You want friends so you can say, wow, look at this, isn't this amazing? So spend your money on your friends. And then if you want, you can give some away to your favorite charity, a charity that is close to your heart, something, perhaps somebody new died of cancer. But it's all this stuff, how to continue to enjoy the money as it keeps on growing. But first of all, you need to know your numbers. So work out how much it is you need to cover all your bills, work out how much you want to spend going out during the week, work out how many holidays you want a year, and then work a plan to create all that money. But you need to know your numbers first, so get those numbers down. Don't be stupid and don't be normal.